It's one of those things, regardless of money, singers will still sing, performers will still perform, artists will still produce art, but that's not true of other professions. Yeah, Sam, I like that. You know what they say, if you love what you do, you're never going to work a day in your life. And that really is how I feel about this. People like, how much money do you make out of YouTube, blah, 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 blah. My friend, it is less than minimum wage. It is like a half of minimum wage, this stuff. Like, when I tell people how many hours I put in a week, they're like, oh my God. And they kind of go, oh, all right. They would never want to do it. If I put this many hours into my nursing, like extra hours into nursing, dude, I would be double my salary. You know what I mean? Like it's not even close, dude. But this makes me happy. You see what I mean? This makes me happy. And so I do it. It's not just about the money signs, right? It's about your happiness, your purpose, what you enjoy, what fulfills you. And this is what it is. And so, like you said about singers would still sing even if they were 10, 100 million, you know, in the pocket, whatever, they would still do that. And I'm like, literally, I'm telling you, I'll do this for the rest of my life. I found my spot in life. Whether the views go to zero, nobody gives a shit anymore. I never say to you guys, subscribe, comment, share. I'm not asking you to do anything. If you want to chill out with me, you enjoy this content, you enjoy the conversation, enjoy the thoughts, obviously you're more than welcome to stay. But like, I don't force anybody anything. Like, it's just, I'll rock up regardless. I'm just sharing my passion, and I'd love if you felt the same way and you chill out with me. That is like dream come true, to find like-minded people. But to push this like business agenda on people and be like, oh, Ivan, fuck, blah, 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 blah. Nah, that ain't me. That is not what I get out of this. What I get out of this is different, completely different. And so throughout the whole journey, I made sure, absolutely 100% sure, that this never felt like work. I don't want to work. I don't want to make this work. This is happiness. This is my happy place. If I start working this, doing things that don't make me happy, I'll ruin it. And now I've ruined this. Like, where do I go from there? Nursing is never going to be that calling for me. This is. I love this. And so I do it. Regardless of how poorly it pays, I'd still do it.